This one. This.
Welcome to the Prospectors Radio.
Okay.
You're something.
That's quick and easy, right?
Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show.
All right. What's going on, everybody?
As good as it gets.
It's Sunday, November 5th. It's time.
Sunday.
Clocks went back again. What the hell is up with that? I'm sick and tired of it.
Hey, I think it's great now. It's an hour later.
Yeah, it's an hour earlier.
It's an hour early for you guys. It's an hour later for me.
Like, what the hell? I hate it. Stupid daylight savings nonsense. Now
I
it's
thought it was,
now
I thought
it's
it was
dark.
kind of.
It's dark when we go to work. Dark when we come home from work. Dark. It's just like you live in darkness, right, Dennis?
My alarm clock woke me up this morning at 4:30.
Your internal alarm clock?
I get up. So we getting up early. Nothing. I get up same time every morning. It's just 3:30 now instead of 4:30.
Jeez, I can't stand it though. I hate it. I hate the stupid daylight savings nonsense.
I do.
They just need to leave it alone already.
They do.
They do. They really do. Just leave it alone. It's not broke. You know, just stop. Stop the madness. Do we
I
really?
have no problems with it.
You have no problems with it? I hate it. I can't stand it. I've never liked it. And then they dangle it in front of your face like we're gonna quit doing it, and then they don't. You know?
I'm in the middle. I like this one and I hate the other one.
What? Wait, you like when we fall back?
Yeah, because then I get to sleep in.
Well, yeah, but the days are shorter now. It's like,
Yeah.
eek. You know? I like the spring ahead. I am with you, Jaron. I like the sleeping in a little bit extra. But still, I just don't like it. It's dark. It's dark.
Yeah.
It's only for the first month and a half or so. Then it starts to.
It's dark
Get
at
a little
5
better.
o'clock. Crying out loud. It's like,
Yep, 5:20 it was dark. Today.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the day's over once it gets dark. I don't know.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Right? It shouldn't get dark till freaking 9 o'clock.
Go to work in the dark. Come home in the dark.
Pretty much.
I don't ever
Exactly
leave my
what I
house
thought.
after 5, so it don't really matter to me.
Oh, you don't? Well, I don't either, but still, I like daylight. I like to look out the window,
Yeah.
see daylight. And if I do want to go outside, at least it's daylight.
Yeah.
I don't need a flashlight.
Well, at least I'm not up in Seattle where you go to work at 7:30 in the morning. It's still dark.
Yeah.
You know, down here 7:30, it's already light.
I don't know what time it'll get light here now. I can't remember. It'll be around 7:30, probably.
Yeah, because you guys went back.
Yeah.
You guys went back an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah. And then it'll be dark, basically, after you get home from work. So
All that was is for people. That's the people that own the businesses. Is the only people that benefit out of that time crap.
Oh, I thought it was for farmers.
It was more for the
What are they
energy.
growing in the wintertime?
I
Nothing.
know. And it's like back then they didn't have lights on their tractors. Now they got lights.
Yeah, but
They do this
still
stuff
not-
at night anyway.
they're still not growing anything in the winter.
Right. And they do all their work at night most of the time now.
Farmers don't care what time it is. They get up when,
Right.
when
With the
daylight,
chicken.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
it don't matter what time.
Yeah. It's like, you know, just stop. No.
Well, like I said, I think that time that you roll that timing stuff back, and that was just for people that own businesses, so they
Well, we
get you
don't
in there
need-
earlier and that kind of crap. But hey,
Well, you
that's
got to
just
also remember the 1970s gas deal that we had going on. They were trying to conserve energy, so they brought it back.
my- it's
Well,
still stupid.
it's still stupid. I agree, Scott.
Yeah, that's what
I
it's still
have, I have to
stupid.
agree with you on that one. It's still stupid. Yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't even know who. I wonder what stupid state started that off.
Oh God,
It's got to be something like freaking New York.
it was something probably. Yeah, it was,
Right.
Probably what, Rich? Did you say Pennsylvania?
There you go.
Yeah,
I think they originally started it in Lebanon, Indiana.
I think it was in Lebanon.
because Indiana was one of the last states to change it,
I think Lebanon was the first.
even in Lebanon.
Lebanon.
It's Lebanon.
Lebanon. Yeah. So what's been going on, guys? Now don't forget we got to judge the pumpkins tonight. Okay.
The pumpkins.
The pumpkins. There's like 3 entries. It'll so make it simple. But what
Nobody
we're gonna
voted
do-
on mine.
what we're gonna-
Everybody gets a participation trophy.
yeah, everybody gets a good job.
Nobody voted on mine because I didn't do one.
What
Now,
was
speaking of Halloween, how was you guys' Halloween's?
trick or treat?
Geez, we had over 200 kids show up.
Really? Wow. No, where I live, they don't trick or treat.
Well, here,
It's too
what's really
remote.
funny here in Black Canyon City, they go uptown, and if you're going to give out candy, you kind of just park wherever, and then they have
Yeah.
the kids walk one and then come back, and go up one side, come down the other, and that's their trick or treat.
Yeah, it's like trunk or treat.
Yeah,
Trunk or
around
treat.
here we got so many gates to keep the cows out. It's hard for kids to get in and out gates and stuff. So yeah,
Trunk or treat. That's always cool. Yeah. Yep. That's cool.
it worked.
It works.
But there was a lot of kids up there that I was like, man, I didn't think there was that many kids in this town, but I don't think they were all from this town. But
Interesting. Probably not. They come from all around.
yeah,
I'm glad we don't have any trick or treaters. Candy's too damn high right now, anyway.
All right. Can't
It
find,
was ridiculous.
can't find no good.
well, if you're buying the big Snickers for yourself, yeah.
Dennis, so you didn't go buy the 50% off for Halloween?
After Halloween special prices.
No.
Right before they mark it up for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause-
right.
That's just right around the corner,
Yeah.
right? Stupid.
So,
Humbug.
See that?
what's right around the corner?
Thanksgiving.
And Christmas. That's not too
I
far,
couldn't
man.
know because everywhere you go in, there's Christmas stuff.
Right.
out.
This is true. They're showing Christmas movies on TV right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They already got the Christmas commercials going too.
Oh yeah, Christmas commercials, Christmas shows. I'm like, really? Already?
It's nothing but a money making holiday now.
It is.
Just
It's all it is. It's commercial as hell, man. That's it. That's all it is, dude. Yeah. It's
Tragedy.
ridiculous. It is. It's a shame. You know? I think they should stop showing that crap, start mailing out Sears and Roebuck catalogs again, and that's it. There's your Christmas.
And you know what? Me personally, I think Thanksgiving is more of a get together holiday than Christmas is.
Right.
Anymore.
You're right. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. You're right. It is. So, not to go off subject, but who watched Gold Rush? No.
I did.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I didn't get to see it.
Okay.
I
Jaron,
can't remember what me and Lisa was doing, but we were doing something.
Jaron, thoughts?
Well, it's getting. It was a little. Kind of felt a little bit. They actually did show Fred Lewis,
They did. Yep.
but it looks like he's done.
He's done. Yeah, he's definitely done. Unless he goes to work for Rick.
That's the only possibility. I think they might do that because Rick is looking for somebody.
Right. Rick's
Parker
looking
turned
for
him
people.
down.
Yeah, Parker turned him down. Rick's looking for people. Fred wants to work, so I think Fred will be working for Rick. Agreed. Mm-hmm. And continue. That it? That it, Jaron?
Well, wait a minute. How's the guy done and going to work for Rick? Is he?
He don't have no land. He don't have no ground to mine. He just don't have nothing to. So
I got you. So he's going to go work. I got you.
so he'll probably
Maybe. That's the
maybe.
theory.
kind of looks that way ish.
Well, he went to look
Well, I
at a
wondered.
piece of property, and
Right.
when they told him how deep he had to dig to get to the gold, he's
Right.
like, I don't. We don't
They
have time
basically
to
told
look
him
much."
you're gonna have to go 30 to 60 feet, and you're probably not gonna get gold this year. And he's like, "Well, that's not
Right.
gonna work."
You're gonna get down to the depth you need to be this year. Next year you'll get gold. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not feasible.
Yeah. No, not when you're trying to make a living off it. Right. So, yeah. So he's pretty much done. So I think he might go work for Rick. It's what it looks like. They just kind of made it look that way. Yeah. But Rick got gold again.
Yeah.
And Parker actually got his first gold. So,
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to work out when he went to reach out to Tony Beats because it kind of seemed like Tony was going to
right.
turn him down for that equipment, but then he
Right.
showed up.
It did look that way, didn't it? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm sure he's.
Well, I'd be like, I did see. I think what is did he go get a drum off Tony? Right?
Yeah, he went and talked to Tony, and Tony.
Yeah, I seen that, and dude, I've been like Tony Beats too. Yeah, it's not making no money sitting there, so why not rent it to you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, right. If he's got extra and he can make money off it, he's going to.
Yeah,
make...
but you've seen the machine. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Well, then he went and got what was it, a 700, 750 excavator off him and some truck.
Yeah, 700, right? 700 excavator and 2 rock trucks.
Yeah. And he's already borrowed a front end loader from
Parker.
Yeah,
and then he leased that pump, that water pump. So.
And I might have miscounted, but it seems like Rick needs a driver anyway, so that's why he was looking.
Right.
Because I think that camp cook's not supposed to. He's not going to be. He's going to be the camp cook eventually. It seems like. So plus he drove it off the freaking road.
Right,
so
the guy that drove the one off the road.
You know that Lisa looked into that, and like Parker Schnabel, she looked into like what they get paid for being a cook up there. It's pretty good.
I bet it is.
it's really good. Lisa goes, "Well, I might have to do that for a season."
I bet it's real good. I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure it's sweet money. But Parker said he don't need nobody. His crew's full, so so it kind of looks that way. But this week, boys, Tuesday night, Oak Island.
Oak Island, baby.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll be watching Ed.
Finally, Oak Island is back. Yeah.
If it comes down to Oak Island or Ed, I'm watching Ed.
Then I think we got Blind Frog Ranch comes back too this week, Jaron. That's right, Jaron's backyard.
Yep. I didn't hear it was coming back, but yeah, that is.
Yeah, it is. It's coming back. I think this weekend or something like that.
What's Blind Frog Ranch?
You've never watched I can't even say it. Blind Frog Ranch.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Hey,
kinda
that's 3 times.
Yes, right. It's kind of like Skinwalker Ranch, but
Well, those are only 20 miles apart.
yeah. So, and they're kind of like the same thing-ish, but
Is it about gold or is
it's
it
about
cash?
treasure. Well, Blind Frog
Okay.
Ranch is about treasure, correct? Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think I did see didn't we watch that on a watch party?
Jaron, did you?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
we did.
One time.
Yeah. Because they got the guy that backs Oak Island to back them too.
No, he was on Ice Cold Gold. Eric Drummond.
No, I'm talking about the guy that backed the Oak Island dig. He's been out there digging on Oak Island. You've seen him on the show. He backed those
Good.
guys that was looking for the treasure.
Jaron.
Marty Lagina.
Yeah, the curse of Civil War gold.
Oh. Ow.
Yeah, that's okay. That might be the one.
Gotcha.
But I do believe we did watch a episode of Blind Frog Ranch or something last year, you and me, Scott, with the rest of the guys on the watch party.
Yeah, we was watching it.
Oh, I think Darth's right. He said, LOL, you mean the trucks the sponsors provide? Yeah. Those trucks. Oh, you need 2 new rock trucks? We'll send them right out.
Well, send it right to you.
We'll deliver them tomorrow.
I don't know.
pretty funny.
Tony's got a pretty big
Tony's
lot
got
there. He's got all kinds of machinery. They
Yeah.
might be lent to him, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah. Well, I wish we had
He's
some-
making out like a bandit if those are all lent out to him because he's got
Right?
a lot of
How
equipment.
much could he possibly be charging a week or a day or an hour for them
Well,
things?
you know how he does about the gold. so-
Yeah, it's all about the gold. He'll be paid in gold, I'm sure. I want X percentage. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tony's smart. Yeah. That's why I told
And
him.
you take care of the maintenance.
Right. You take care of the maintenance. If it breaks, you fix it. Don't be
Mhm.
back here. Fix it. Uh-huh. See? Interesting, though. Very interesting. And how was Bering Sea Gold?
Cold.
It was good. I mean, Chris Kelly still didn't get his that underwater thing down. And then Chris McCauley was kind of risking it again, going by himself.
Again?
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, he's not technically by himself because there's like
Right,
more
right, right.
camera crew, but
Right. I'm sure that's the way he looks at it. Yeah. I'm sure that's exactly how he looks at it. I'm not really by myself per se. But
Sean finally got some gold.
okay.
Dang, you what, Tom?
And you said Chris Kelly was trying to get his crawler working still? Or
Yeah,
go?
they're still got the what's Reaper? Is it Reaper?
Who
Whatever
was
the-
that?
Reaper
Said,
Nation. Yeah.
who was that said that thing was a big piece of crap?
But
Everybody but Chris Kelly.
oh, that was whatchamacallit last week. That was
He discovered a main support
James.
beam in the hull of the the barge that's holding the his operation on.
Yeah, I seen that. That thing was going dong, 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 dong. I seen that on a Facebook Watch thing. I was like, that boat ain't gonna last long.
yeah, he got a hole in the boat.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's what
he took a
happens.
gamble at it. But he definitely needs to get that repaired soon.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I
it's
say.
sinking.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money to have go down just because of stupidity.
Well, yeah.
And it may happen
Oh. There, I'm back.
because of stupidity.
Get a welder, slap a patch on it, start welding. Hope it holds. Or put some flexi on it and keep on rolling. Some flex tape.
I
slap,
don't know if that
right,
work or not.
slap it right on the hole underwater. It even works underwater. Slap it,
Yeah.
slap a big old piece on there.
Yeah, but that piece of steel still going, trying to go through the hole.
Yeah. Oh, mercy. Crazy.
If I was in that position, you either get it fixed or you just frankly cut the brace off.
Something. See, I didn't get to see it this week. I didn't see it last week either, actually.
They also showed when Chris Kelly went to bring in his gold to the gold buyer.
Okay.
It looked pretty dirty, but they still got paid pretty well.
Oh, really? Had some
It
dirty,
always looked dirty, Rob.
dirty birdie gold. It wasn't real
Really.
clean.
That's like Lisa. She spots it right out of the batch. They're like, "Oh, it's 4 ounces." She goes, "There's 2 ounces of freaking black sand in that crap."
Right?
He nails them every time.
That's bad. And
Of course, she's also the one. She says, "If you ask a gold miner how much he's got, he'll show you. Say it's about 4 grams. You can take 2 grams off of it, and that's what he really has."
right? Oh, I did not get to watch it. I did watch Gold Rush. Yeah. Did see that.
They're like
Oh, while we're on the
different-
subject of Bering Sea Gold,
Yeah.
guess who will be the guest on the end of the month for Flash in Your Pan on the 28th?
I don't know.
None other than Steve Rydell.
Get the heck out of here.
Nope.
Steve Rydell. Wow.
This should be interesting.
We have Steve on before, Rich.
I
Why
don't
do I
recall.
feel like we did?
I don't recall.
Why do I feel like we did once?
But along with another guest. Well, when
I don't know. I kind of have this feeling he was on once upon a time.
Yep.
What's the last time he was even on the show?
Oh, he's been on there a little more regularly, hasn't he, Jaron?
yeah,
You see
Yeah,
him?
he's usually on like at least 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, couple.
Either
yeah.
looking for a job or something.
Or helping Emily. Yeah, something like that. Always something. It'll never change. I just want to see Parker start getting gold out of Dominion. That's what I want to see. Yeah.
Is that his new place?
Yeah, that's the new place. The
Gold
gold.
Dominion.
Yeah, the gold he got came from that other place, other people's land that he leased. You know, he went
So
there.
he's going to split his crew up again.
He did. He's got them split up that way because he's got to get some money coming in. So
That's partially why he turned Fred Lewis away, because he's got too many people, too many projects going on, and
yeah,
he's got to get some money before he can start paying all these people.
Yeah.
yeah, he's bleeding money right now. Yeah, crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I just want to start seeing some gold coming in off the Dominion. Because what he say, he's got to get 5,000 ounces this year.
I believe so.
I
Yeah,
think that's
so.
what he said.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Well,
That-
his
Well,
way
what
out
do you
was
get?
what, $250,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did
Quarter
he
of
get
a mil.
last year?
What did you get last year, Jaron? Do you remember?
I think it was only like 300 or 300,000 or 3,000. I mean,
3,000
Yeah.
ounces.
yeah, because this is his biggest one, so
Yeah.
it was definitely under 5.
Yeah. Remember somebody else.
Well, if he had 300 ounces, 5,000 shouldn't be that hard.
Right. Hey, we'll see.
Well, I mean, if you got the equipment, you can move the dirt. You're going to get it.
Unless he runs out of money
Yeah.
before he gets down to the pay level. Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, they were talking about Dominion being it's changed so many hands because every time somebody buys it, they end up running out of money before they
Right.
get to the gold.
Yep.
Right.
Every time. Every time.
Yeah, but I think by this point in time, probably Parker's backed by a lot of people with money.
I would
if you know
think.
what I mean.
I would think.
Well, I would think. Holy cow.
I would think, yeah. Yeah. I would think so. I think he's fine. I'm sure he's bleeding money right now, but I think he's gonna cash in big time on this Dominion land. Uh-huh.
We'll see. We shall
Oh,
see.
she.
But if you got to watch though to see.
Yeah. So speaking of gold, what are them gold prices like anyway?
Well, if you really want to know, what's really funny is because it's not like last weekend, unfortunately. But it did drop down sometime during the week because it went up $7 Friday and it went back to $1,993. But that's below the 2,000 that we talked about Sunday.
Right.
So silver went up 0.47 cents. That's still staying around 23.31. It says. Platinum, we're looking at a $9 jump on that. It's still below $1,942. Palladium, that took a $6 jump, went up to 1,142. And rhodium is unch at $4,525. It did not change.
You know what's
Well, it also shows the Nike, NASDAQ, and the SPs were all in the green too. So
You know what
usually when
else?
they're all in the green,
You know what
What's
else?
that?
You know what else is in the green?
what's that?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Yeah, I heard about it.
Tell him, Jaron.
Crap
It
coin.
is on the new day up 0.13% at $35,078.16.
Scott.
Yeah, you know what? The price stays that way because everybody that's got Bitcoin owns the stock.
It's not a stock.
Bitcoin. Scott, go Bitcoin.
Whatever. It's crap.
Ah, you love it.
You'll see.
You love it.
Computer's all shut down. No Bitcoin.
No, nothing.
Well, I got cash. I got gold.
I finally got some Bitcoin.
Hey, Dennis got some Bitcoin.
Yeah, see, hang on, let me get it out of here.
Get it out of there. Show him your Bitcoin, Dan. You're not eating snacks again, are you?
Oh boy.
Where's your snackies at tonight, Dan?
I figured they'd be chocolate ones.
Chocolate tonight?
Probably Halloween candy.
He was eating cheese puffs, cheese balls last week, so I was like, what the hell?
No snacks.
No snacks?
No snacks.
Oh, that's blasphemy. No snacks? Oh, candy corn? No. hoop-de-doo.
Now wait a minute. You said you couldn't find candy
Well, I
corn.
know, but Dennis
Nobody
might
else
be
can
able to find it in Indiana.
What?
Candy corn.
You can't find candy corn, man. Like that's the biggest,
Can't
oldest
find
trick or treat
stick of
candy I
candy
ever
corn.
seen.
No, can't. I know it is. It's like the trick or treat staple. Not that crap with the chocolate on it either. Ah, dang. It's like, that's not candy corn. You
That's
don't
so
put
funny.
chocolate on candy corn.
I still couldn't believe that when you said that. I couldn't find candy corn. I'm like, what are
I
you talking
couldn't.
about?
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, you can get a bag of candy corn anywhere you go.
You
Nope.
could have went to like a drugstore and found
Nope.
candy corn.
They didn't have it either.
Oh, that's just crazy.
Well,
They all had that crap with the chocolate on it. I'm like, really? Isn't this a sign you have all this crap with the chocolate on it? No regular. Quit putting this crap with the chocolate out on it. Nobody wants it. We want regular candy corn, stuff we grew up on.
And there's a lot of people that don't even like candy corn.
You know, there is a lot of people that can't stand candy corn, but
I can't stand black licorice though.
I like black.
Yeah,
licorice.
no, yuck.
Can't do black licorice or a black jelly bean. No
So you don't
way.
like good. So you don't like good and plenty.
Mm-mm.
Dennis got the
No.
candy corn.
There's a candy corn.
Candy.
I haven't
corn.
seen those style candy corn bags in
Oh, in the little bags. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
in a long time.
Well,
Yeah.
now that's probably the only way you get them is because people can't mess with them during Halloween.
Looky there, man. Candy corn, Dennis, you dog.
Yeah, that's from Brock's.
Well, so was the crap with the chocolate on it. It was from Brock's. It's like, all right, where's the regular candy corn? Nope, no regular candy corn.
They're trying to shove it down your throat.
No candy
Literally.
corn. No
You
Husker
will eat candy corn
Doos.
with chocolate, or you will eat nothing.
Are you telling me they had no candy corn, no Husker Doos, no Husker Doos?
So here's a little fun fact for you guys. If you bought silver at the beginning of this year,
Uh-huh.
you'd be up 3.39%.
So that
If you
would
bought
be,
gold at the beginning of this year, you would be up 9.16%.
oh, that's better.
And
Well,
if you
silver
bought
was up
Bitcoin, you'd be up
26 bucks.
117%.
Oh, wow. See, you bought
You
Bitcoin.
know what? Silver was at $26 at one time. So how would we be
Yeah.
winning on that?
You wouldn't be
You bought
winning.
it at the
That's what I'm
beginning of
saying.
the year. You're really not winning. You only make it up 3%. So, but if you bought Bitcoin at the beginning of the year, you're up over 100%.
Oh, shit.
Are you telling me you don't have no Bitcoin? No shit.
With or without the swivel stick?
They're gonna have to start doing that video like all the other idiots where they're like, "Would you like a chocolate bar or a silver bar?" Now go, "Would you like $100 in Bitcoin or $100 in
Or
silver or
$100.
$100 in gold?"
Yeah. What would you prefer to have, Dennis? You wait. What one is that? Is that the regular candy corn? Oh, you got the autumn mix too, like Rob has. Oh, that's Rob. That's not Dennis. Oh, okay. Rob, you got the autumn mix.
Yeah.
it's auto mix.
Yeah, it's got the
Autumn.
pumpkins.
Autumn, like the season.
Autumn.
I like the pumpkin candy corn.
They're a little much for me. You know, I think the candy corn is the perfect amount of
Mm-hmm. I got one.
candied corn. Yeah, it's like that. That's just like perfection. That's just good candy. Just brings back. memories.
Mm-hmm.
So are we going to vote on this pumpkin head thing?
Oh
or-
yeah, we're gonna vote on the
You got
pump.
to tell. Hey, you got to tell how they're going to do it. I mean, we had a plan, but it didn't go. as
Right,
planned.
it didn't go as planned. The plan didn't go as planned. So here's the new plan. Okay. All right. Is somebody over in YouTube? Jaron, you watching YouTube?
Yeah,
Okay. We'll let them vote in YouTube also, I guess. Should we? Or no? Should we only let them
Well,
vote?
is everybody on the chat in the GPS on
well,
YouTube?
some of the people in YouTube I rarely see in GPS.
Okay, so we should.
So why don't we take it from both?
That's what I'm trying to decide. Are we taking it from both or just
Both
from
here.
Huh?
Just vote from here.
Just vote from GPS?
Well, if they're like I said, if they're not on GPS, they're on the YouTube site.
Jaron said half of some of them you don't hardly see on GPS. So
so they could vote. Just
All right.
you only get one vote, guys. So don't go to GPS and vote and jump back on YouTube.
All right. If you want to vote, get on GPS and get in the chat room and vote. There. Done. You can vote on GPS chat room. It's just going to make it easier for us.
Well, yeah, because you're supposed to be on GPS to see the pictures in the first place.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So we have 3 entries. Yeah, 3. One is Y Gold. One is Jaron. And one is Heath. Now, I want you to cast your vote in the chat room just for Jaron, Rob, or Heath. You can only vote once. It is now 8:01. At 8:06, we will stop the votes. So
Can I just put my vote in right now?
you
Right
can just tell me your vote. I got Scott's vote wrote down. So,
Okay, I don't have to. I was going to put it in the thing.
oh, I wrote it down.
Okay.
So Dennis, you just tell me. Now write it down. Rich, you can just tell me if you want. So, okay, John voted for Rob. Okay. All right. Let me see. So we'll watch. Oh, John Hunt voted for Rob. Okay. All right. Randy, I already wrote yours down. You posted it on GPS. You voted for Y Gold too. So I already got that one wrote down.
I typed it in.
Where'd you type it in? Oh, in our chat? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me look. Okay. Roger. Got it. Okay, Ed. Got it.
Oh, everyone else is in. Going to check in the chat. Who did he vote for?
Okay, Lee. Let's see who Lee votes for. I'm watching. Oh, Heath. Are you guys allowed to vote for yourselves?
Yes, you're allowed to vote for yourself.
Yep.
You are, Rich?
Yeah, you do it. Yeah, you do
Mhm.
it in an election.
Rich,
Why not?
you are allowed? Okay.
Yes, you're allowed to vote for yourself.
Okay. All right. Just making sure because we did not state. So Lee voted for Rob. Heath voted for himself.
Hey, White Gold, I'm looking at your picture.
Rich, I got yours. I got your vote.
I'm looking at your picture with the dummy and the lawnmower on
Darth,
top of it.
Darth,
Where's the boots
got
come
your
from?
vote. Okay. Okay, so still got a couple more minutes. Got 3 minutes. Oh, Bob Drake. Got it. Jeff's vote coming in.
You know, it's kind of hard because I'd want to be able to vote, but I can't vote for 2 other people. If there was one other person, yeah.
No, you
Yeah. I don't suck you.
Because you know, if there was like 2 guys running off for mayor or something, they're
Right.
gonna vote for they're not gonna vote for each other. They're gonna vote for the opposite.
right.
Or they're gonna just vote for each other. But you know, what happens if I'm gonna go ahead and vote for Jaron instead?
Right.
Or
Well, you can vote for yourself, and Jaron can vote for his.
I was going to say, if I was going running for mayor, I'm voting for myself. I ain't voting for nobody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Jaron, who you voting for yourself?
Yeah, I guess
yeah.
so.
All right, I want to put a mark there.
Jerry goes, I guess so.
Rob, you voting for
I
yourself?
guess so. Myself.
All right. All right. Got a couple more minutes.
I could just go ahead and say I can restrict my vote and say, let me do Heath.
Oh, so you're not voting for yourself now?
No, I'm gonna vote for Heath.
All right, so you're making things difficult for me. Okay.
Gotta make crap difficult, don't you?
I had to do it. Somebody just had to do it because I'm writing an ink pen. So it's like, okay, got 1 minute remaining.
Play that Jeopardy song. Dennis loves
You know, I don't have freaking Jeopardy no more.
it. Oh, you lost it? That was
Yeah, I
fun.
lost it. It was on my other sound player, and
Yeah.
That
Thank
was,
God.
that was
and I lost.
He'd probably get copyright strike on it anyways.
It was below 30 seconds. We was fine. Here, so we'll do this one. How much you all love that. And it is now 8:06. Voting is closed.
The voting polls have shut
Polls
down.
have closed. The polls are closed. All right. I'm going to tally it up.
I can't believe more people out of like Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, and Michigan. I can't believe there ain't more of them that had freaking pumpkins carved for a
I
half
know.
gram of gold.
Right? All right.
Well, David didn't follow the rules. He put it in YouTube, and then Jeff came in too late.
Right? So you got white gold. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes. White gold. Jarrett. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes for Jarrett. Heath. Sorry, dude. 1, 2 votes for Heath. So the first place winner is Rob. Second place winner is Jaron. And the third place winner is Heath. So you got first, second, and third. Okay. So Heath, send me your address and I'm going to send you out a fancy pumpkin carving kit.
Yeah, Heath, and thanks. Hey, thanks for doing the pumpkin, man.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Jaron. Thank you, Rob, for doing that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, like I was saying before pre-show, I was surprised not a lot more people
I know.
wanted to get in, especially when it was gold was involved.
I know. It's
Jaron,
like, I don't know why we tried something. It's like,
Jaron, I'll just send you a helmet and some cards and a graded card.
for a second,
I need a helmet. My mom's always
Yeah.
told me that.
he needs a helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had him tested. Send a helmet. And
I'll send you, Jaron, some cards and a graded card.
for second place,
Yeah.
that's cool of you, Dennis. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Rob, you won the half a gram of a half a gram of a half a gram. We forgot to tell you that. It was a half a gram of a half of a gram of a half of a gram. Okay. Okay with that, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Heath, you don't want a fancy pumpkin carving kit, my man? If not,
I think he said he has several of them already.
probably anybody that carves a pumpkin should have a fancy pumpkin carving kit. Yeah.
Well, you figured there'd be a lot of people that had kids that they're gonna carve pumpkins anyway.
That's what I figured when we threw it out there. I'm like, oh, what?
And it ain't hard to find a pumpkin in those 3 states I named off, by the way.
I figured it'd be overrun with pumpkins. Yeah. I really did. All right.
Most
So
of them
The only ones I could have got is fake.
Kentucky and Ohio.
I think
Well, I was, I had brushed off the pumpkin carving set that hasn't been used in over 10 years. So, like I said, I was hoping other people would have participated.
I know, and you're in California,
Where the pumpkins were $5 a piece.
right?
When I bought them, it was $2.50.
And you're
It's calling for disqualification.
who is? Wait, who's calling for disqualification?
I'm just joking. Ed said at least Heath and Jaren's were mining specific.
Oh, Rob's was puking silver and gold. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but the lawnmower man got the vote.
No, I went for the puking guy.
Well,
Wait a minute.
the
wait a
puking
minute.
guy was supposed to be for the
Was it
contest.
was it in the GPS thing?
no, not it only had to be in a gold related, and he's got a metal detector, so it's like okay,
Oh yeah, that he did. Huh?
yeah. So it's like it's still prospecting related, so no disqualifications. Don't be stirring up trouble.
Play stands as it's called on the field.
You mean to tell me?
There is no flag on the play. First down.
Ah, mercy. Yeah, very cool. Jared,
Stomach prospecting.
That is funny. That is funny with the lawnmower and
that was a good one.
yeah.
I like the one where it was actually puking in the bowl the best, but that was pretty good too. But
Yeah, you voted for Rob. It's, good job. Yeah, I think you guys did good. I like
it
it.
took a little bit thinking that out. That's what I
Yeah.
was saying.
I like them all. Yeah.
Like using the guts out of the pumpkin to look like puke. That's pretty.
I would
freaking
like to
terrible.
see. I would like seeing like 20
pretty
or
inventive.
20 or 30 pumpkins in there. I would like to see it. Yeah.
But we still have another contest going on with the
Bag of water.
magnifying
That's right.
with the bag of water.
Yep. Light a fire with a bag of water. That's the one Dennis threw out there. Dennis, when's the deadline on that one? Anyway, I can't remember. Did you say a deadline?
Yeah, it was
It's already over.
it was supposed to I thought it was supposed to have been by the end of the month.
Oh, well, it's over too then. Nobody did that one either.
Oh
Okay.
no, I think it was supposed to be for the month of November. The pumpkin carving was October, and November was
Yeah.
Is that
the
what?
bag and water
Yeah.
fire.
No, I just said just started the second one. I have to go back and listen, but I'm
Well,
pretty
you
sure
call it. You just say it's over. It's not.
Yeah, but that was
Alex-
only like what 2 weeks ago.
I'll extend it.
Till when?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. So you're giving them November. Basically.
Turkey Day.
Till Thanksgiving. All right. I'm ready. Till Thanksgiving. Deadline.
Buddy Ray. Ray goes, hell, you ain't lighting a fire with a bag of water in Alaska. We ain't got no sunshine until next year.
we don't either. So it's going to narrow that down quite a bit.
Better make it at 12 noon, boys.
John Ryan just sent me a text. Says if any of you are interested in previewing the movie I was nominated for, go to YouTube and type in "You See What I Deal With,"
See what I deal with?
and then
Yeah,
credits
didn't he
under
say-
special effects.
I think he said that was a. I think he said that was a funnier one. I believe a funny, scary movie. I was pretty sure that's the one he was talking about.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but I think that is.
See what I deal with. Okay. There, that's that. That is that. Fancy. Okay, we gotta come up with something really good that everybody wants to enter. Put your thinking caps on, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Super thinking caps.
Huh.
Right? It's not easy. You gotta come up
No,
with,
it's not.
it's not. It's really not hard.
The biggest wishbone that comes out of a turkey wins.
Oh,
Somebody'd have to go buy a 50-pounder.
yeah.
Better have a big family or a lot of leftovers, buddy.
Yeah. I think we gotta come up with something super good.
Oh yeah, I guess there was a fourth pumpkin, but it was doesn't meet the requirements, and it was posted today. So
Oh yeah, well if it was posted today, it definitely didn't meet the requirements. That had to be posted by the 31st. That's what we said. That was the deadline.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you
is-
though for trying, but
Yeah.
there was a deadline.
that was
Swing
Smokey. He didn't get the memo till from Scotland.
Okay. Smokey. I seen it. I liked the picture, yeah. But yeah, it was not meet the deadline. And it
I wonder how hard it is for him to get pumpkins.
I don't know. You think it'd be kind of easy down there?
I
Ish,
don't know.
maybe.
I've never been there.
Me neither.
I mean, I do see green grass, but I don't know if
Right?
pumpkins are grow there.
Maybe pumpkins thrive down there in Scotland. Wait, is that where Smokey's at? Scotland?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's in Scotland. Yeah. I get confused sometimes. Yeah.
Yes, it definitely looked like Scott.
They do what?
That's a perfect hat too.
What?
I'm looking at the pumpkin that Smokey just posted.
Oh, he just posted it again?
Oh no, the one that you liked.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That, yeah. I think we should have just put a pumpkin on Manny's head. That
Dude.
would have looked cool. And one on the little kid, one on the woman. And just
She's
take
back
it.
in the corner still.
I know. I don't see her. She's out of the picture again. She's hiding. She's lurking.
She's lurking. You can see her hand. That's about it.
Yeah. So, come on, everybody, even you guys in the chat room and on YouTube, try to think of a cool contest. It can't be too easy. I don't like when they're too easy. That's why we've made them kind of difficult-ish. But they're not difficult. But they are difficult.
Right.
Like the light and the fire one. That's not difficult, but yet it's difficult. You know? The carving the pumpkin. It's difficult, but yet it's not difficult. So, help me here. Come up with something good. Right? We'll make it. That would be fun. I like those little things. Yeah, it
Yep.
is pretty cool. So it is. It is. So what else is going on out there in the treasure world? Has anybody seen anything cool?
I haven't seen anything cool for a couple of days.
No, nothing good.
No, I think the last
Well,
thing I actually posted on, I posted the video on the DPS site about some guy. It's he's finding stuff in the ground with a metal detector and stuff. But
Right.
there was a couple of people said something about they can't find a pot with a metal detector. I was like, well, those pots back in the day were mixed with lead, so they would hear them. If there was something in the pots, they would hear them too, like gold.
Oh, so wait, he found a pot, and people are saying
There, you got to look at it. They're like ancient pots, and there go. You could tell it's because there's a couple of like somebody else said it was fake because the guy was wearing a mask. I'm like, no, he's not. He's probably wearing a mask so you don't figure out who he is, robbing somebody's freaking burial sites or whatever it was.
Oh,
You know, like that's the key. I thought
oh, okay, gotcha.
either that or he just don't want to be found. You know, government wants their piece.
Ah,
But the stuff he was pulling out was pretty interesting to me. Like I said, I always post those videos when I see somebody doing that. So I think it's pretty cool. Like the ones they metal detect and they actually find what they call an ancient rock safe. You know, you break the rock over and somehow they got it inside the rock. But yeah, it's pretty cool stuff, I think.
Keith Netterwald said he dredged the Yadkin River, found some yellow.
Cool.
oh, nice.
Where's that at?
I'm not sure.
Gotta be.
I've never heard of the Yadkin.
Way up in the Carolinas somewhere.
Yeah.
That's where Keith.
well, I think I got something I can talk on. You guys remember hearing about the theft of $2 million in dimes
Wait.
earlier this year?
Yeah, I think you told us about it, didn't you?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that.
I'm not positive. Keep going.
Yeah, yeah. They arrested a few crooks who had broken into a tractor trailer that was staging in a mall parking lot for the night. The guy was out of hours, so he wanted to find a place to sleep, and there was dimes spread all over the place, and they got away with what they're now saying was a total of $250,000 in dimes.
Shoot.
What?
$250,000 in dimes.
Yeah.
They better be
And
big
how they
bags.
found them. How they were able to locate them is they started cashing them in those coin stars
Okay.
and banks.
Oh.
When you start depositing a large amount of dimes, it does pique some interest, especially when a news like that happens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
Lot
There's also been some news out of the Pacific Northwest about DB Cooper, but I'm still investigating them. They're supposedly on the search of where he may have landed.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if we talked about the man who got stuck inside of a vault.
No,
Hmm?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. This happened to happen over on Fifth Avenue in Midtown Manhattan, New York.
Okay.
A man went inside the jewelry business and wanted to access his safe deposit box. And when he went there, he kind of went there at the last minute. So the employee forgot that he was in there and locked him inside the vault.
Oh,
So he couldn't get out. They couldn't open the vault because it was on a timer.
lock
And
it.
the fire department tried to break through to get to the vault, but once they encountered a steel plate, they're like, we're just going to have to let him wait.
Wow. Wow.
Be worried about running out of air.
Right?
Yeah. Well, they were able to rescue him in the morning. They were also able to communicate with him too. So
Wow. They didn't drill a hole somewhere to pump some air in.
well, you got to figure this vault measured about 20 feet by 40 feet, and it has its own HVAC system in it. So
Oh, okay. So
he was okay.
yeah, he's fine. Yeah. Man, that would suck.
It'd be a hungry son of a gun by the time
Right. I wonder if it's dark in there the whole time. Yeah. Or if
I'd
it-
imagine.
Oh, they probably had like little emergency lights that you see in schools when the power goes out, the
Yeah.
light up,
yeah.
or in the hospitals, or
Interesting. That would still suck. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Imagine how hungry you'd be.
Oh yeah.
Like, holy cow, 24 hours?
I'd be mad as hell too, wouldn't you?
Yeah. There'd be some safety precautions to be put in place for sure.
Yeah. I'd be like, it's gonna take something pretty fancy in this store to make me forget about this incident.
I need a raise.
Yeah.
That's funny.
you guys hear about these fact finding news stories and all that. I got another one for you. Fact or fiction? A company tried to pay $23,000 settlement in coins. I don't know if you guys heard about that or not.
So you're saying fact or fiction?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say fiction.
A company tried to pay some person in coins. I'm gonna have to say that's
fact.
I'm gonna say fiction.
Fact, I'm going fiction.
I'm
Now, I
going
could see
back.
I could see a personal person paying somebody's company in coins just to be a smart, but I don't think they would get away with doing that the opposite way.
Right?
Maybe.
Well, it comes out it is true.
Yeah.
A welding company in Colorado paid a subcontractor $23,500 in loose coins that weighed more than 3 tons. It was too heavy to be carried in the subcontractor's freight elevator, and they were not amused. So they sued, and the judge was also not amused either. The welding company was ordered to pay a settlement in a more convenient manner, like a check.
Wait a minute. You got paid. That should be all that mattered.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
it doesn't matter. The coins are
It's currency.
yes.
The guy was an ass. Okay, agreed. But you still got paid. Got your $23,000. Yeah, it was it.
See, I would have did it in ones.
You know, it's just take it on the chin and go cash that crap in.
But it also cost him more than $8,000 in legal fees and court fine fees.
Yeah.
Right.
The best way to do it would be have a stack of ones, and in every stack you got 110, 120, and 15.
I just don't think it got paid.
Figure it out. If you want the bigger bills, dig through the ones. But
It must have been a reason that the guy paid him in change. You know, there was some kind of differences somewhere.
Yes.
Well, if if it was a welding company, that they're hardworking guys. They're just you piss somebody off. That's what
Somebody
you see.
pissed somebody off. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody pissed somebody else. What happened? And they're like,
Well, it
I
was
got
like
you.
the time when a guy in Florida worked for a mechanic, and he either got fired or he quit or something, and his last payment was like 6,000 pennies or something all over his driveway.
oh,
Right.
jeez. Now, that one would suck because that's a lot of pennies.
That is some.
But hey,
things.
it is legal tender.
It is. You got paid. There's your money. Leave me alone. Yeah. That would be rough one though.
Hey, I've got a story if you guys want to listen.
Yeah,
to
let's hear a story.
Let's hear it.
This is back to the old Yukon Divide, the big old trail, if you know what I'm saying. But it's actually called Starvation and Disease. I didn't say it was going to be a happy one, but
Oh, okay.
anyway, starts out, it says stampeders face dozens of dangers along the trails into the Klondike. An avalanche in the spring of 1898 killed 63 people along the Chilkoot Pass Trail. The previous September, heavy storms and flood washed away much of the tent town set up at Sheep Camp, also known as the Chilkoot Pass Trail. Said certainly those who survived the trails, the river, the White Horse Rapids, and made it all the way to the goldfields must have believed that they were now safe. Stampeders who spent the winter in 1897 and 1898 camped along the trails heard rumors from the outgoing travelers of harsh conditions in Dawson, including talk of starvation. It says in 1897, over 1,000 stampeders beat the bulk of the rush and reached Dawson before the winter set in. Many of the new arrivals were inadequately prepared and had not brought enough supplies with them to last throughout the spring. By September 30th, 1897, when the last steamship of the season had unloaded its cargo at Dawson, officials determined that unless some action was taken, there would not be enough food for everybody for that winter. Which it's really weird because you think there's plenty of deer or moose and up there,
Yeah.
I would have just went out and killed my own stuff, if you know what I'm saying. But
Gotta eat.
let me see. Anyway, this is a place. I think this is a little thing in between. It says posted in Dawson, September 30, 1897. It says the undersigned officials of the Canadian government, having carefully looked over the present distressing situation in regards of the supply of the food of the winter, find that the stock on hand is not sufficient to meet the wants of the people. And now in the district, you can see but one way out of the difficulty, and that is immediate move down the river of all of those who are now unsupplied to Fort Yukon, where there is a large stock of provisions. In a few days, the river will be closed, and the move must be made now, if at all. Yeah, it's absolutely hazardous to build hopes upon the arrival of other boats, and it's almost beyond the possibility that any more food will come into the district. For those who have not laid a winter supply, to remain here longer is to court death from starvation, or at least a certainty of sickness and scurvy and other troubles. Starvation now stares envy or everyone in the face who is hoping and waiting outside relief. So, evidently, if you didn't have winter's provisions, they pushed you down the river. You can't stay here.
Right. They don't want you.
And I think that's the time where they actually started making everybody have so much provisions coming over the mountain.
Right.
That would put me in as soon as these guys were starving, that's probably when that was implemented. You have to have that many pounds to even get over there.
Okay.
Anyway, it says by the end of October, a couple of hundred people had heeded the warning and left for the Fort Yukon, Alaska. Many took advantage of the offer by the Canadian government to have all persons not provided with food for the winter carried free of charge to Fort Yukon by the steamer Bella. What the Mounties did what the Mounties did not know was that the conditions of Fort Yukon were not much better than the Dawson in the end. It was the fortunate that more people did not take advantage of the Mounties' offer during the winter of '87 and '98. World of the possibility of starvation conditions at Dawson reached as far as the Skagway and Daya, Dyea. So that's Daya, I guess. I never heard of it, but
Yeah.
it was Canadian reluctance to accept the ultimate responsibility for the terms of thousands poised and to head over to the border of that led to the Mounties to require that each stampeder carry a ton of supplies, enough to see each stampeder through the last 1 year in the Yukon. Okay, I was right. So yeah, they did do that.
Sure. Well, yeah, because like you said, they didn't want them dying out there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I always wondered how they did that. They go, oh, you can't come up because you ain't got a whole year's of supplies. You know how a year of supplies is? That's a bunch.
What'd they say? A ton of supplies, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that was just because you get there and you don't have any supplies, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yep. It said word that Americans were starving in Dawson set a truly wacky idea into motion, determined not to allow Americans to starve to death. American officials decided to import a herd of reindeer from the northern Europe to Alaska. The theory that was the herd would provide a sustained food source for the population. Unfortunately, transporting the reindeer herd to Alaska took more time than anticipated. It arrived there long after the starvation threat had disappeared, and some of the animals were used to carry the mail in subsequent years. deer by reindeer. That's funny. What's that, Rich?
That's that old Santa Claus is out.
Hey, maybe
I know, right? Well, now we know where the reindeer come from now.
Yeah.
It says Dr. E.M. Ringer had run a small hospital near the Chilkoot Pass in '98 before he moved first to Dawson and then later to Nome. During these years, he treated 177 cases of typhoid fever. He wrote up in his experiences for a medical journal in 1906. Typhoid fever was the most common disease to haunt miners. Its appearance in a camp after camp was no accident. The miners built their cabins and tents far too close to each other on soil that was frequently a flat, boggy tundra. Said the frozen ground covered with moss and mulch did not allow the surface water to drain off. When it was added to the long, hot northern summers, disease was inevitable. Typhoid fever raged many camps, but would have been far worse if so many miners constantly boiled. If they had not had so many miners constantly boil their drinking water. Some who had originally gone north to mine made money selling uncontaminated bottled water in some camps. Mining the miners again, guys. It says these diseases were survivable, and in fact, fewer than 4% of Dr. Ringler's patients died of typhoid fever. Those who did were the ones that had waited far too long for help and disregarded any medical advice. It says, although better than tents, the miserable conditions of most miners' cabins in the Klondike goldfield did not help their health. Such cabins were typically about 14 by 16 with only a little ventilation in the ceiling, if at any at all, with anywhere from 2 to 6 men, their provisions, and sometimes their dogs crowded into the space. That'd be 6 dogs if you had 6 people. But anyway, it said 87 people died in Nome in 1900. Most of these died from typhoid fever, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. One of the sanitary conditions was not much better in Nome than it was in previous gold towns across Alaska and the upper Yukon. The fledgling city government did not make an attempt to control the spread of this disease by fining those who did not use public latrines. The latrine tickets were sold for 10 cents each and 3 for 25 cents. and that's the end of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that show I've been watching. I started watching an old show on Cinemax called Deadwood, and
Yeah.
about,
That's good.
it's like you've seen it, Dennis?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got.
but-
Seen it.
I'm halfway through it. I got the DVD set.
Oh, okay. I'm just started season 2. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
but
got a lot to do
wouldn't
about the gold rush and all that.
Wouldn't that make you just mad as heck, though? The government says, well, if you pee on the ground and not in the latrine, we're going to have to fine you. And then you got a guy back there that goes, puts a lock on it, goes, okay, it's 10 cents a person now, or 3 for 25 cents. Man, I'd be kicking me somebody's butt.
But they did though. In that
Yeah.
places. You know, like that. That was
Ridiculous.
the latrine. It probably just had a big hole in the back and it went right out onto the
That's
road.
exactly what it did. It went in the ground anyway. It had a bigger hole.
Right. It just rolled out the back. Just had
Crazy.
walls. It was probably in a tent. The private latrine, the public latrine. 10 cents.
Yeah, there's probably 6 down one side and 6 down the other side of the tent.
Crazy.
They got a 12 stall.
That was crazy back then, I'm telling you. That's tough times to be a miner, right?
I'm telling you, man, oh man, that would be crazy.
It's nuts. That's what it is. You know, you see this stuff and you go, wow. And it was hard times. You know, they're selling the pick for like $8. That was a
Right.
lot of money back then, right?
Heck right.
Yeah.
Big money back then. Crazy. Very interesting. I'm gonna finish watching it. Kind of like it.
I wonder how much the beer was then.
Right? Like a glass of
A nickel or something.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I think like
I think it was a nickel or was it more?
And then a pick was $8, but a drink was a nickel.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say maybe a shot was
Actually,
a
it
nickel
probably
and
was
beer.
cheaper because back then there's, I don't want to say the exact phrase, but there's a phrase that says it was hotter than a beep
Nickel night. Yeah.
on a nickel night. So I'd say the brothel women were probably more than a beer. So a beer
They
had to
were
be
kind
cheaper.
well, according to this show, they were kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Right, Dennis?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Say
were.
the shovels back in the day back then was like $25.
Oh,
Yeah,
gold
Jaron.
panty.
When we get off air, Jaron, I'll explain that little slogan. That
I
you just
bet.
Oh, I know what it means. I just didn't want to. That's why I didn't want to say it.
I bet a gold pan was more then than it is now.
I bet you're right.
Think
I
about
bet
it.
you're right.
Well, there was $10.
But I bet you they were more then than they are now. It probably cost you more to buy a gold pan then than you can get one for now because you can get them cheaper than that now. So,
Well,
Yeah, you can
depends
also
on
cook
some of
them,
these.
too.
Some of these are $70 for.
oh yeah, you
reasons.
get them fancy ones now. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the $8 gold pans.
I bet you, if you went metal pans to metal pans, they're more now than they probably
Yeah,
were back then.
they're definitely more now, and that's what they had was the metal pans. But still, it's just kind of if they would have had plastic ones, would they?
I
Have
know, but hey, the advantage would be, Tim, you could also cook in your metal one.
That's what they did. They was cooking their beans in that sucker.
Heck yeah, right on the open fire.
Yeah, they just get their spoon out of their pocket and eat, and then rinse their
That's
pan
it.
back out, and it's ready for mining tomorrow.
Exactly right.
Heck yeah, man!
That's crazy.
And if they got a broken frying pan, hey, they can use that as a gold pan too.
Right? Hey, you know it. See, they were smart.
Yeah.
I just wonder, could you have made it back in them days? You know?
You know what? If you think about it, if we were back in those days, we would not know anything about today.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, we probably would because you would be
Sure.
you'd be used to it.
Yeah, we would. You're right.
Now, would we like to go back in time? Poof, you're in Klondike?
No.
No. No.
No. Yeah, if I had a time machine, poof, going back to the Klondike would not be my first choice.
Heck no.
I would
Kind of on that subject again, and kind of back to what I didn't want to mention the name, but there's also another one, 2-bit, a 2-bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a quarter. 2 bits is a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's like the movie Magnificent Seven or something like that. He goes, I'll take $8 for that horse and 2 bits for the saddle.
Yep. You get a saddle for 2 bits. 2 bits. Why did they ever call 25 cents 2 bits?
You got to ask Brits.
Are you sure 2 bits is 25 cents?
Yeah, 2 bits is a quarter, right, Rich?
Yep.
Even Rich knows. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to remember who occupied North America, the England,
Right.
you know, Brits. So a lot of that coinage terms is from the Brits.
So they would call it 2 bits.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I know my dad would give us a quarter when we was kids. He'd say, "Here's your 2 bits." Yes.
Didn't they always take it out and bite on it?
Yeah, they used to bite it to see if it was real.
So, origin of 2 bits, Spanish dollars were deemed the equivalent in value of a US dollar. Thus, 25 cents was dubbed 2 bits as it was a quarter of a Spanish dollar because there was no one Bitcoin.
No.
A dime. A dime was sometimes called a short bit and 15 cent a long bit.
They
They
should
had Bitcoins back then, huh?
have a 2 bit. 2 bit.
Yeah, the one I got says 2 bits is an old slang term for 25 cents. It comes from the division of the Spanish and or Mexican coin called a real, which was worth 1/8 of a peso or dollar into 8 parts or bits. However, bits were usually counted in multiples of 2, such as 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, a dollar.
Right.
I never knew that's where that come from.
2 bits.
No.
Again,
That's
when
cool.
it comes to American history, we didn't have a treasury set up when we began. So a lot of currency from Spain, France, that's what America took at that time until we finally got ourselves an actual U.S. Treasury that started issuing U.S. coinage.
Okay.
Like the cent, your penny today. Today, it's not actually called a penny. It's called a cent. The penny is what the Brits use. A cent is what we use because it's 1% of a dollar.
Yeah, because it says 1 cent on it.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of people say it's a penny. No, it's actually a cent. But it's kind of hard.
Yeah. You're right.
Yep.
Ask Grumpy. He's got stuff like loonies and toonies and stuff. That's even better.
And then when you start talking about quids,
Yeah.
Quids. You mean to tell me you ain't got no quids?
Well,
No
Canadians don't have
no
1 cent
pennies.
anymore.
Don't have what?
Yeah.
They did away with 1 cent pieces.
Who did? Canada?
Canada
Yes.
and other places.
Good. I got enough Canadian pennies. I don't need no more.
they're worth more money now.
They will be.
You know why they won't get? You know why they won't get rid of the penny here in America, don't you?
Yes.
Why?
Yep, because big companies.
Because it'll
and
put the
stuff-
99-cent stores out of business.
Well, no, because these big companies that rely on you for if you go to you round it off to the nearest, you get 2 pennies. They get millions of people a day doing that. They're not going to give that up. That's like free money.
No, it's because of the gas tax. If you go to the station, it's like $2.99.9.
Right.
That's where the penny comes in, the 0.9. So until they do away with that, they'll never get rid of the cent.
Rid of a penny. You need to get rid of a penny.
Well, once again, Dennis, gas companies is one of the big companies I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the reason why we have the penny.
Why don't they
And
just
we'll never.
all change altogether? Any ideas?
Because no.
Why? Why do you need it? You can't buy nothing for under $1 now anyway.
You got to have it for the taxes, Tim.
It's going to happen. I mean,
So if you got rid of all the cents, then you'd have to be paying cash for taxes. Oh, now we're board broke. Woo.
Wait, no.
Tim and I are a touch on the same page on this. We know that the digital dollar is coming, and
Oh,
means-
good Lord.
well, at least
We're
our
not having a
currency
world
is not
order,
made out
buddy.
of plastic.
It's coming. Right.
Yeah, there's some countries that their dollar bills are made out of plastic.
Okay. But I mean, who uses when was the last time you used change to make a purchase?
I
Like
did.
yesterday?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Rich?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use some.
One, I'd never use cash, so I can't say.
I always use cash. I don't like using credit cards.
I always just use my debit card. I just don't.
I don't like using it because I don't trust.
Right.
I don't trust people. I mean,
Yeah.
The only
I-
time I ever
cash is
have cash is
untraceable.
if somebody owes me money or my coworkers buy a cigarette off me, they give me a quarter. That's the only time I ever have cash.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just never use cash.
See-
So I definitely
see-
don't change. Even if I had
Having-
change in my pocket, I would give them, like, if it was $1.60, I would give them $2 to get that 40 cents in change back, and then throw that in a jar, you know, instead of digging through the change and counting out 60 cents.
oh really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I do that all the time. Also, that's how I build up my coin collection.
Yeah,
I throw. I mean, whatever coins I have at the end of the day goes in the thing. But if I'm in a store and already have coins in my pocket, then I
see, I won't. I never do.
use more.
You know? The last time I used to get change was when I used to be around a lot of vending machines all the time, when, you know, and then I'd always come home with change in my pocket. I just throw it in a jar, you know. Now I never have change because I don't use cash.
Well, there'll be a time when you don't have the greenbacks, but you got all those coins, and you can go, well, I can at least get me a sub sandwich and a couple sodas out of the vending machines, right?
Right.
That's why we always kept them.
I do kind of like to keep quarters. That way, if I got to go spray my car off or something real quick.
They haven't updated yours, huh? They don't have debit card.
Yes, it does. I noticed it the other day. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I got plenty of quarters in the console. I'll just
See, I would never use a debit card in any credit card machine.
That's all I use is my debit card.
No, I
Well,
got-
you just don't
I got
know
a
if there's a
credit
skimmer
card.
on there that's getting your info and stuff like that.
But they could scam you anywhere is the way I see it anymore nowadays. They walk up behind you and scan your card. So it's like,
Oh, you want to hear something? You want to hear something really funny? And I know you guys, you know how I am because I always think ahead because people, oh, you're conspiracy theory, whatever. But they have these new things at NASCAR here at Phoenix. And what it is you know how you put your card in and you walk in, you get what you want and walk out, and it charges you for what you walked out with.
Yes.
But now they have it where you got to put your credit card in, and then you got to scan your palm to let you in. Now,
So,
why do you need my palm print?
wait,
for
is
anything?
that like a Whole Foods store or something? Is that the
No,
one?
it's like a new it's a self serve, you know, so they don't have to pay employees
Right,
to stand around and get you Cokes and beers and this stuff. You put your
Right.
credit card in, and then you scan your palm, and then the door opens. You pull your card out, and then it charges you for whatever walks out the door in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
They're
I
trying
said,
to get
why
more
would you
biometrics on you.
Airport.
Yeah, why would you need the palm
Yeah, I
scan?
don't understand that one. I have seen the ones where you go in and it just scans the items and you just walk right out and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
It charges your
because
card.
because you scanned your credit card.
Right,
Why
but
do they need a palm scan?
I've not seen none of them that you got to do the palm scanning.
Well, I watched it on my news, and I was like, "That's bullcrap."
That's what it's coming to. Soon it'll just
Well,
scan your palm. That's all you got to do. You won't even need your card.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Palm.
You can't. You guys out there in the gold fields, I'm telling you, man, don't let these guys get away
Oh,
with
it's
this crap.
coming anyway. I mean, you can't.
well, that technology has been around. When I worked for this potato factory out in Idaho, Ken, our favorite old mountain man, Durster there, we both worked at the same factory. When we used to clock in, we had to type in a code, and then we'd have to scan our palm as a biometrics to clock in. So
Yeah.
that way
Okay, I
they,
can see
you know,
that. That's a business and it's a security issue. This ain't
Ours
a security issue.
Ours was a
They already
fingerprint.
got your credit card.
Yours was what, Dennis?
Fingerprint.
That's what ours was. A fingerprint used to be. Yeah.
Yep.
But what I'm saying, that's for security. I can understand it. If I slid my credit card in, that's all the security you need to know. You don't need a palm. My palm is not matched to my credit card. There's no
No.
fundamentally cooped out thing that says, "Oh yeah, that's got."
They just want to
Cody
make
or-
sure that credit card is to that person they
Right.
swiping it. That's the reason why.
They don't have my palm print.
They
The
don't
credit
have it
card
on
company has
record.
not
Yeah.
my palm print.
Yeah, they don't
It
have it
makes
on
no-
record to go,
Yeah,
oh,
it
that's,
makes no sense.
But it builds a profile.
it does. Then
Yeah.
they could build a
Well,
profile.
what Scott's talking about is not, it's not mandated by anyone. It's volunteers. It's not like there's
Oh.
it's not like anything official. It's just
So
they
you could
volunteer to
scan
do
your
that.
palm print if you
Yeah, I don't need to be on most records.
yeah. Interesting.
I'm just saying no.
Interesting.
If you got my credit card number by a chip, you don't need my freaking palm print.
The thing that I have a pet peeve with is when I go to buy cigarettes or beer, and it doesn't happen very often, but when I do get ID'd, I don't mind showing them my ID. It's when they scan
Oh,
it, that's
yeah,
when
they
I'm
can't
like,
scan it.
I'm like, you can't just say type it in. Come on, man. Now there's a track of where I've been.
Yeah, they every place that I've been that they always scan it.
Scan what? The driver's license?
Yep, they always scan
Yeah.
your driver's license if you're buying any kind of hell, they're even doing it for cough medicine now.
What?
I had to do mine the other day for NyQuil.
Get the heck out of here. Really?
Well, that's because idiots drinking it to get high.
Oh no, it was to curb the meth addicts trying to buy the medicine, so they would have to scan your ID, and you're only allowed X amount. So if they say, "Oh, this guy just went in and bought 2 boxes of pseudoephedrine and come back the next day bought 2 more boxes," then they start building a profile like he's cooking meth.
Well,
Yeah,
Brian,
it's sad. You need a fucking ID. Oh, excuse my language.
Yeah.
You need an ID for baby formula now.
if you're buying Sudafed, I could see, but if you're buying cough medicine, it's like, okay, it's not. I don't
Well, I
think.
bought 2 different kinds. I mean,
So,
a sleep aid, and then I bought the NyQuil. So maybe that's why it triggered.
I don't know. Still, it's like I think that one's kind of
Yeah.
reaching too. It's like really, people. It's like they want to track you. They want to know everything you're doing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say no. I don't need those stores. I don't give a crap.
That's
I don't
why I
need
don't
those. Stores.
Card because they're tracking that.
Track everything. Yeah.
Okay.
See, John
That's why I
Ryan brings
usually
up a
use cash.
common misconception. He says, pay everything with cash. Don't let the government force you to pay with crypto. The digital dollar is not going to be a crypto. It's not going to be a blockchain. Blockchain is good. Digital
Right.
dollar, bad.
Right. Right. Gotcha. See, you got to understand the whole thing.
If the digital dollar comes around, crypto goes out the window anyway.
It's already digital.
It kind of
They're
is.
not, they're not going to, man, I'm telling you, when shit changes, they are going to take that Bitcoin crap and it's going to be gone. They are
Right.
not going to compete.
But
They
you
don't have to compete. They
but
do
you
not have to compete.
You really
They
think
will just
about
shut
it?
it.
They
All-
can't.
shut it
They can't
off
mute
like
the
a light.
blockchain. Is the point? Governments fear crypto.
Sure. Well, yeah, they do. That's why they want to regulate the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you think about it, the dollar is already digital. That's all it is. It's on computers. It's just numbers. It's really is. It's just digital. Yeah, it's half the bank vaults probably
You
don't
can
have
use cash all you want, but how are you going to get that cash? You go to the bank and withdraw it, and it's a digital ledger.
digital transaction. Correct. Right.
It tells you that you have that $100, put you in cash.
Yeah. And it shows it. It goes into the system. Scott just took $100 out of his account.
Yeah, but if I go work for Scott for a day and he pays me $200, it don't track it to me.
No, that don't track it to you. Unless you go deposit in your bank. Now, Rob deposited
That's right.
$100. Saying that's all in the system. This was withdrawn from Scott's account, which he has X amount of dollars in his account.
Well, that's just like Bitcoin. If you trade Bitcoin, everybody that has Bitcoin can see what you traded.
Now all they can see is an address. They can't see your name. They just
Yep,
all it is
and-
an address. It's doesn't say Tim Grimes. on it.
Whereas where you go to the bank and withdraw 5,000, and they will come knocking at your door trying to tell you, hey, who did you give that to?
Why did you
And
want
if you refuse to say you
$5,000?
gave it to Rob,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want that. Yeah. What'd you do with that money you took out of the bank? Why'd you take it out of the bank?
I go, bought a shotgun with it. Now get off my property.
It's just the world.
I
Just,
bought a big amount out of the bank. I just tell them.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm going to go buy a car.
ask, it's like, I'm just telling you, hey, I'm buying a car.
Yeah, and they shouldn't ask anyway. It's none of their freaking business because it's your money. It's supposed to be your money. It's in the bank.
It's easier, but there.
I want my money. I want X amount of dollars.
I want my money.
You know?
No, you get a guy that is traveling across country. He leaves Atlanta, goes to LA. He wants to go buy some equipment for his new business. And he gets pulled over and decide, what do you got $40,000 in cash for?
Right.
Well, I'm trying to start up my business and I'm going out here to buy equipment. I'm paying in cash. But what screwed him was he had a criminal background already for illicit usage. So they confiscated his money.
Well, see, yeah.
see, with Bitcoin, you could be driving down the road with $1 million with a private key written on a little piece of paper, and they're never going to find it.
Yeah. It'd be like, okay, sir, move along.
Move along.
Nothing
And
to
that's
see
why
here.
they got rid of the 510,000, but those larger denomination bills. It was to try to help curb the drug trade,
Sure.
because it was a lot easier to carry $5,000 bills than it was $500,000 in 20s.
Yeah. Could be.
I reckon whatever.
It's just crazy when you think about it. It's just when you really, really, really,
But
really.
it's always good to
I
have
mean-
gold and silver on hand, the papers and stuff.
Yeah.
Trust me, I was anti-Bitcoin at one time until I really dove into it and did my actual research, not just what people tell me and what people fear and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that fear it. There's a lot of people that love it. You gotta do the research yourself. You gotta convince yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't just if you have a certain side of media and they're just going to tell you what you want to hear and then you move on. That's not how it's going to work.
It's just
You have to be open and actual facts about it, not just what people say.
right. You gotta hit open. Just read the facts. It's kind of like Oak Island. Just look at the facts.
Right.
The treasure.
Oh, you're not going to rope me into that one, Tim.
The treasure's there, boys. I'm just saying. I am pro Oak Island.
Like we found ourselves another Bobby.
I always want to see how many they find this time. Yeah, boy. Just saying. Tuesday. Can't.
It'd be really cool to have Gary Drayton on the show.
Oh, I would love to have him on here. That would be the coolest thing ever. Or to have anybody from Oak Island would be cool.
Mm.
Wouldn't it, Dennis?
Yeah.
Dennis would love that one.
Yes,
And
I
I could
would.
pick his brain for the CTX on helping me tune it much better.
Oh, why don't you send him a message, Rob? Say, dude.
Hey, this is the thing that I had to look because I couldn't remember where I found it, but now I did. It said anyone can see the balances and all transactions of any Bitcoin address, since users usually have to reveal their identity in order to receive services or goods. Bitcoin addresses cannot remain fully anonymous. Once you use an address, it becomes tainted by the history of all transactions that are connected to the address in any way. And all users in the blockchain have access to the balance and all of the transactions of that address.
But it don't say Scott Tony. It's just an address.
It's an address, but they said it's not, since you got to give your full
It'll
name and
show.
everything, they can find out who you are.
It'll show you transferred $1 million in Bitcoin to something else or something. But
Yeah, there are wallets out there that are not KYC, know your customer, where you don't have to put your name, address, birth date.
yeah. So you're cool. You just
See, you're still skipping around in there, though.
And there's also privacy coins, which are not traceable whatsoever, like Monero, Pios. They're not. Nobody's tracing them. guaranteed.
Yeah, didn't know about that.
A disclaimer for GPS: whatever we're talking about is up to your own discretion.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your own homework.
Yeah, we are in no way giving you financial information or advice.
The only financial advice I could give you is please send all you want to Scott Tony, care of Black Canyon City.
I want somebody from Oak Island on the show. Just once.
Just once.
I think Rob should start sending Gary Drayton messages because he's a metal detectorist. Yeah. And you could maybe get him. Rob.
I guess I'll jump on Facebook and see if I can find him. I'm sure he's probably got a page, and he's probably getting millions of people asking him questions. And
yeah, of course, you know it. Boy, wouldn't that be cool to have him on here? Tell him we don't even have to talk about Oak Island if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, Tim. That's really going to work for you, buddy. You'll be sitting there like,
talk about the times when you're out in Florida. Metal
I want to hear about your
come across some Spanish doubloon.
Yeah, your treasure hunting in Florida. Yeah, that's what we want to hear about. Yeah, that's it.
Sure, Tim. I'm betting.
I don't want to know nothing at all about Oak Island. Unless you bring it up.
That's just funny.
Once they bring it up, then it's like, okay, there's no closing that Pandora's box. It's open. We're going. Right? Just saying.
And you know Dennis will be on that night.
Oh,
sure.
Dennis would be here for sure.
Oh yeah.
Even if he had to miss work, he'd be here.
He'd be in the break room.
Bob, 2023, the year of wood, he says. No, not this year, Bob. No wood this year. Gold. We're going to find gold this year. I just have a feeling. I just think so. I just got high hopes for it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, what season are they on? What would be the anniversary?
God, I think this is like season 12 or 13.
It seems like they're on season 20 already.
I know, right? But you know
What's
what?
the symbol for that? It would be like paper or something.
But it's like, but one thing, their seasons last longer than I swear every other show. You know, seems like there's a lot more episodes of Oak Island than any other show that you watch. I just don't know why. It seems that way to me. You know, I don't know. I was looking forward to it Tuesday. Oak Island. See, that's probably why they switched Bering Sea from Tuesday, because they didn't want to have to compete with Oak Island. You know? Probably.
I think there was a competition in there, buddy.
It probably is. They probably were like, oh, Oak Island's a tough monster. We need to, hey, let's go right after Gold Rush. That's a good spot. Because we can't compete against Oak Island. That's just tough. Oak Island's good. I'm telling you. Scott, you just don't watch it. You got to get back into it.
No, I seen the first year it was out. That's all I needed to see.
Well, that was the first year. They were just getting used to the.
No, it's just like that movie Lord of the Rings. I watched that first movie, and you know what? That three freaking and a half hours of sitting there watching, and they still didn't make it to the darn mountain.
Well, see,
Scott, they found 4 items since then.
You've got to watch all the Lord of the Rings, because when they make
find another nail,
they make it to the mountain.
I've only seen one Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen anything after that. No.
I've seen them all. It's like
it just didn't interest me.
It's 9 hours of my life I can never get back. But Oak Island, that's worth every hour I watch.
Yep.
It is. I'm telling you, it's a good treasure hunt. And,
whatever.
And we like a good treasure hunt, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We do. See, Dennis agrees. He's on the same page. It's about the hunt. It's not always about the treasure. See? So, but when they find the treasure, it just makes it that much sweeter. Just like
Tell their backers that, Tim. Yeah, it's not about that. It's all about the hunt.
It is. Obviously, because they're still on after 13 or 14 seasons.
Yeah, that's the longest run treasure hunt show.
David Villa says money backers are money laundering.
Right?
It's been on forever. Dart says if they ever find the treasure, he will start watching, but then it'll be over if they find the treasure. They'll have to end it. See?
They're actually finding treasure. It's not like a big box full, but they're finding coins and relics and, not just wood anymore. They're actually finding legit stuff.
Cool stuff now. And
Well, I'm sure you could find a coin. Somebody's dropped one on that freaking island.
but are they showing us everything they find? See? Things that make you go, makes me go, You mean to tell me
You ain't got nowhere treasures with the tails on the back.
you ain't got no gold, no silver, no platinum, no palladium? You're saying all you got is an iron
Oh, goodness.
chunk of
We got to
wood.
get out of here.
Yeah, I guess we do. It's that time.
Real quick, Tuesday is Flash in Your Pan over on YouTube. It is open mic Tuesday.
Huh?
Open mic Tuesday.
Open mic Tuesday. Yeah.
Hey, what time is his? Now, you guys, because he went back an hour too, so
Went
this
back
is going
an
to
hour
be
too. So it'll
So
be an
that's-
hour later for you again.
It would have started an hour ago, Scott.
right. That's why I said it would have started at 6 my time.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
Got it.
Got it.
Note to self. Hour later.
Well, that's just like you today. You sent up the mass text. Oh, it's an hour earlier. I'm like, no, it ain't.
I didn't send a math text. I just sent it to you.
Okay. I was like, I was sitting here loose. I was like, hey, how could it be an hour earlier? They went back an hour.
I'm like, I got to remind Scott, or he will not be here. He'll be showing up an hour late, going, "Oh, what happened?"
Hey, if it was on the regular time today, I probably would have caught like the last 10 minutes of the show
That's why I sent you a thing. I said, "Hey,
because it's an hour later for me now. It's not an hour earlier
all right, it's an hour later,
because you guys switch your
hour
clock.
earlier for us, though."
Yeah.
Ish, whatever. All right, we want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us tonight, and be sure and check out Tuesday night Oak Island and Ed Tuesday night Hangouts Open Mic. Be sure to hang out with Ed and shoot the breeze with him, and then if you get a chance, watch some Oak Island afterwards, because I'll be asking questions next Sunday. See who watched.
You'll be recording it.
Come on.
I think it's 9-ish. Should be 9. I think it's
Well, Bob's usually the first one to see it, so
yeah. I think it's 9
All right.
o'clock. Yep, and then Blind Frog Ranch. I think that's this weekend. So check that out too.
Fine program.
Blind Frog Ranch, baby, and we'll talk about that too next week. So everybody have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. Until then, adios. We'll see ya.
Everybody.
Bye, guys.
Gold digger.
Bye, guys.
Sure to tune in next Sunday
You
at
mean to tell
7:30
me.
for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
Oak Island's crap.
Ain't got no